Okay, there's nobody on here, but that's okay. We are going to make homemade biscuits, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. For anyone that comes in, you'll catch me when you catch me, all right? As you all can see, we have flour. Okay, so we're gonna do flour, probably about 1 3/4 cup. So here's 1 cup. And so we're gonna do about 1 3/4 cup. I'm not doing 2 full cups because we're gonna use some flour to knead our biscuits. Okay. Let's save some of this flour. Put some on our cutting board. Let's turn the camera so you guys can see. All right. So we got about 1 3/4 cups of flour. All right. We're gonna do some salt, just a little bit. I just took this spoon and used the tip of it for salt. All right. We're gonna do some baking powder. This is a 1/2 teaspoon, so we'll do like 2 teaspoons. All right. So we're gonna mix it. Let's get a fork. Mixing. So we're gonna mix it up. Mix it up really good. So far we have flour, we have salt, and we have baking powder. And we are making homemade biscuits. I'm hungry, so I figured I'm gonna make breakfast. I may as well let you guys join in and watch. Whoever can't see it can go back later and check it out. Okay. All right, let me grab the butter. Hang tight. Oh, and you know what I did? I forgot. I put my skillet in the oven and I forgot to take it out. Put my skillet in the oven. I just want to melt my butter a little bit. It's hot. Okay. So now we have our butter. Our butter is frozen because you need frozen butter to make biscuits, okay? Make sure your butter is cold. The colder the ingredients, the better your biscuits turn out. And this is pretty frozen, guys. By the time we work it in with our hands, it'll work in perfectly, okay? Thank you for the like. Whoever hit that likey like, thank you so much, all right? So we have our frozen butter. And let me turn the camera so you guys can see. Hopefully you guys can see. Hello to everyone is in there. We are making homemade biscuits. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Jeffrey, thank you, Mr. Funkadelic. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I didn't know who it was, but you just told me. Thank you. Let me see. All right, so to everyone that's in here, thank you. All right, so we have frozen butter, guys. Frozen butter, all right? So we have this cheese grater, okay? Makes a good biscuit that you don't have to cut it or whatever in like little pieces. We're gonna use about 7 tablespoons. Yeah, about 7 tablespoons, okay? Once again, this is frozen butter. Move this up, make sure you guys can see. All right, so we are taking our frozen butter and we're gonna put it in our flour, baking powder, and salt, all right? So we are going to, thank you for the love on there, all right? This is grated really small. I probably should get my other cheese grater so it can be bigger, but that's okay. We're just gonna use this. This probably take forever. So it's grating really small. I might get my bigger one. And I don't even know where the bigger one's at. So you guys see, I'm just grating the butter on in. And it's already frozen, so if your hands are warm already around it, it starts to melt it. Looks like grated cheese. But it's butter. Hold on, guys. Let me see if I see my bigger one, because I'm realizing that's probably going to take me forever. Let me see. I don't know where my bigger one is at. Yikes. Okay, well, it's this small grater it is, okay? It's okay. Well, this is just a lot more work, so just use one that is bigger. Who's on here? We're cooking biscuits. We're cooking biscuits. Well, I'm not blocking anyone. It's just like when it's negative comments, I remove them because someone said your food's always salty. My food is never salty. So I think it's more of a troll than anything. Yeah, I wouldn't just block someone. Like, I'm not that kind of person at all. But yeah, True Grizzly, we are making biscuits. Let's see. So, to Shonda, that's why. I don't make salty food. That's a troll. So if you come on here to troll, like, that's negative. I'm looking for high energy. Now, if my food was salty, I'd be like, you know what? I do cook with a lot of salt, and I don't know what to tell you. But my food is not salty. People always hear me say I don't use a lot of salt. Okay, so I'm grating and I'm grating and I'm grating. And this is work. So remember, get your bigger cheese grater, not the smaller one, okay? But we're gonna get it done. Another way too, you can always put like a little bit of oil in the back of your cheese grater, and then it gets it to just fall right off. So we're just gonna do that. And we're closer to it. Very, very, very close. So we got 2 more. I'm starting to sweat doing this. Okay. Oh, it just looks beautiful though. The more melted, the more easier it is. But remember, you want frozen. You want your butter cold. Cold, cold, cold. Okay. Okay. So let's set our butter here. Let's get this butter on my hand. Just washing my hands off, guys. Okay. Put this here. Okay, so now that we have our butter, remember this was a whole stick, so that's why I'm saying like 7 tablespoons full. Let me see, I don't know how to make jollof rice. Homemade pizza is the best, True Grizzly. It is. Homemade pizza dough, yeah. And then this one says, it's okay. Hello, what are you cooking? Guys got that. Okay. Trump promised me 2,000 when I'll send you a super chat. Okay. Okay, all right. So we got our butter in there. You guys see that butter? It looks so pretty, okay? So we got the butter. It's grated nice, right? Got your flour. So we're gonna go ahead and mix it in there, all right? We'll put our other butter here. So now that we got our butter, so I'm just mixing it in there nicely. I might add a little more, we'll see. But we gotta have our buttermilk. Any brand is fine. Any brand. You can use heavy whipping cream, but I'm looking for buttermilk biscuits today, okay? There, I'm sure you all should be able to see from there. All right, so we're gonna pour some in there. Make sure that it's, oh yeah. Oh, with this butter, yes. And remember, I used about 1 3/4 cups of flour, because if you do 2 cups of flour, to me, they really taste floury. That's in my opinion, because you're gonna use flour to work your dough. So you're just, to me, it's adding way too much flour. All right. So we're getting these nice. Let's put a little more buttermilk in there. And I'm working it in there pretty good. You see how my hands are sticky, which is nice. Hi. Oh yeah, come on up. Yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, it was way down there. I got it though. Thank you. Hi. All right. Okay. All right, guys. So I might need to add just a little more buttermilk, maybe, but we're gonna see here. And you know your hands are gonna get sticky from making biscuits. That's okay. Look at this dough. Okay, so y'all see that dough? We doing good with this dough. We doing real good. See how it's still sticky? By the time I put flour on my hands, or you put flour on your hands, it's gonna be okay, okay? But so far, this is our dough. You guys, these are gonna make some great biscuits, okay? If you have not hit a likey like, make sure you hit a likey like for your girl. You know, that helps her channel. Also, if you're interested in old-fashioned recipes, desserts, you know, biscuits, breads, anything like that, subscribe. Now, if you don't want to subscribe, you don't have to, but I'll tell you one thing, it's free. It is free to subscribe. Free 99, it don't cost you nothing. So y'all see my dough, okay? What is this? 1 3/4 cup of flour. Why? Because when we have flour on our rolling pin, that's gonna add 2. So we don't want too much flour. That's the thing, okay? So I got it worked in like that, all right? So we're gonna take our bowl that we made the biscuits in. There's some in there. You guys can see some of it, but that's okay. We don't need that, okay? All right. And usually I cook as I go along, but when I get on this camera, it's so different. It's like I just be trying to get done. Look at that. That's a nice ball, okay? So then I'm gonna take some of my flour and then put it just like a little bit in this corner, because I don't wanna, once again, use too much flour. And I think that's where people make their mistake with all that flour. And then they taste like dough, you know what I mean? Well, we got the buttermilk and we got the butter. Baby, these is gonna be some good biscuits. Let me get this other pieces of flour off my dough off my hand. And if I'm not saying anything, you guys, just give me a minute. Like, good afternoon, everyone. Yes, like the live screen. Okay. Okay. Now, y'all know today is MLK Day, so I expect people to be on here showing out, cutting up, saying all type of stuff they ain't got no business saying, you know. Because one thing people going to do, they going to say it in these comments, but they not going to say it in your face, you know. So I don't let it bother me. Okay, so far now, did you guys see how I added some flour? See? And it's not sticky anymore, because I had the flour on the cutting board and it was just a little, okay? So this looks great. I mean, it looks great. And then you can always take flour, put it on your fingers, you know, that way it helps with the stickiness, okay? Okay. Alrighty. So And I'm just gonna just work it in just a little more because I just wanna make sure that our dough is all the way worked in. Some people do not work theirs in all the way. They're like, you know, when they mix it in their bowl, it's fine. Well, it depends on the person, you know? It depends on how you like your biscuits. Just because the person doesn't work their dough in and one does, doesn't mean that, you know, it's gonna be bad biscuits. All right, so we need a little more flour on this board. All right. Okay, so we're just gonna work it. And I'm just folding it like in fours, like on the corners and then on the other sides. Folding it, so kind of like this. Folding it like this, folding it over when it's on the board. And then I'll also go to the other sides and fold it on those sides. So that's all I'm doing right now, okay? So you will see me just keep on repeating that while my hands are working in it. It's spreading it out just a little bit. And then once again, I'm folding it. I'm folding it. Now I'm folding it on the long end, folding it again. That's all I'm doing, okay? Folding it there, work it in. All right, we're gonna fold it again and we're gonna work it in, okay? We need some more flour because I could see that it's getting a little dry. That's how come I said don't do once again, don't do 2 cups of flour because it's just too much flour. And this is a great, 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 great dough. When I say I did this, all right? So, put some more flour down, all right? So now we're gonna take this, work our hands in it, and then we're gonna go ahead and make our biscuits in a few, guys, okay? And if I have any of my people that watch me, I'm not seeing you right now, but I do appreciate you from coming on and anyone else that came on. So hello to my oldies but goodies. And then if I have some newbies, hello to you as well, okay? So let's get the biscuits done and then I'll go in the comments with you guys. You see how thick I have that? This is an absolute beautiful, beautiful biscuit dough. Look at that. Not sticky. There's just enough flour. See that? This is great. This is a great biscuit dough. Old-fashioned, yes. Cooking is the best way. I love old-fashioned cooking. I just love it. Okay, so that's how you get a good dough, y'all. That's it. All right, now we're gonna work it out. And like I said, I folded it pretty much. I think I folded it enough. You know, it makes a nice, good, thick biscuit. Don't cut it too thin, because if you cut it too thin, you know, you'll get like these little small biscuits. If you cut them too thick, then the biscuits are really, they're too big and they're kind of doughy as far as I'm concerned. So, all right, so let's go ahead and make sure that we have it on here. Should have took this jacket off. It's hot now. And this makes about 6 to 8 biscuits. Yeah. All right, so 1 second, guys. Let's see. Let's get a glass. Should we use a small one or get one that's smaller? Okay. I don't have a biscuit cutter. My grandmother would do an old-fashioned with just a glass. So you will see most people do this old-fashioned, okay? So now that we have our biscuits laid out, hold on, guys. Let me just wash my hands, see if I can see what y'all saying. Thank you for sharing, Monica. You are very, very, very welcome. Homemade cheese biscuits are my favorite. Yes, okay. Yes. Y'all, just wait till they turn out. Hopefully they turn out the way they should, you know, and I don't get shamed on camera. Okay. Let me take this jacket off. It is warm. I just came back from a walk. So So I had the jacket on. Hold on. Whew. Let me open the door. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Ooh, it's warm. All right, we got that door open. Wash my hands off again. I believe when people can't see you, if you leave anyone's sight, wash your hands. I'm in the medical field. If I leave any patient and I had on gloves, and you bet when I come back, I'm changing my gloves in front of that patient. And I've seen a nurse, this other nurse, anyway, people in the medical field that will wear the same gloves and go serve somebody. Okay, so, all right. Let's see this. All right, so I took my black skillet, I put in the oven, okay? I put butter in there prior to, just because, you want, a little bit of melted butter. That's all. A little butter ain't never hurt nobody. I said a little, I didn't say a lot, right? Okay, so we have our butter, all right? So, black skillet, all right? Our oven is on 425 prior. Make sure your oven is on prior to you putting your biscuits in the oven. Don't put them in there cold. There's a chemistry to this. There's a science to it. You know what I mean? Make sure it's warm so when they get in there, they meet the heat and they start to rise, all right? Okay, so I'm just trying to make sure this is like it's even. Let me show you guys, because like I said, it makes like 8 biscuits, but I don't want it like really, really thick. So I'm trying to make sure that it's not thick. And then I'll show you guys what it looks like. Ooh, the butter. It's the butter for me. Let me tighten my back brace, my back. All right. Okay, so this should give us, let's see. Make sure it's all like evened out. Okay, let me show you guys this now. Don't look at all the mess, guys, because I have definitely made a mess. 1 second. 1 second. Ooh. All right. So can you guys see there? You know what? Let me pick up my phone. Sometimes I get scared because you touch something by accident and it ends your whole life, and it's ridiculous. Hold on. All right. So you guys can see. Don't worry about this. This is what my daughter and them had for coffee this morning. I did not use that, okay? So we got salt, we got buttermilk, and we got flour, and then we have butter, okay? So you guys see how I have that? You can either make it kind of even. Doesn't matter. Biscuit is a biscuit, okay? So we're going to make sure, like I said, we want to make sure it's even. So our biscuits are even, right? We want to make sure they're right. If you have not hit a like, make sure you hit a like. If you have not subscribed, subscribe. If you want to check out homemade, old-fashioned recipes from Opal May. Okay. So I would say, let me just do this end over here. You can pat it. You can roll it with a rolling pin. It is totally up to you. Okay? But, back in the day, they didn't have rolling pins. Now, if you don't have a rolling pin, you can use a glass. Just use what you have. Get creative in the kitchen. Okay? Just get creative. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do one of our biscuits. So make sure we get closer to the edge right here. There's a biscuit. Some people say the biscuit cutter is better because it's, it has a cut, so it cuts evenly. To me, I'm fine. Look at that. Now, another thing you can do is put a little flour, and I'm only going to say that. That way, your biscuits come out pretty easy. Okay, so now we got another biscuit here. Okay, y'all can see that. We got another one here. Make sure y'all can see. Okay, and then we're going to do one right here, and we're just going to do some more dough, because I don't think I measured that out perfectly. All right, so right now We got, look at that biscuit. Look at the biscuit. Looks great, right? So we're going to go ahead and drop it in our pan that we're going to be cooking it in. Okay. Cook them close together. It's very important, you know. So one houses the other as far as the heat, okay? And then we got this one. And like I said, this is going to make like 6 to 8, all right? All right, so this one, you see, I did see how this one's a little thinner because I didn't properly like even it out, but that's okay, you know. Okay, so there. All right, so now we're gonna take the rest of this dough and we're gonna make some more biscuits with it, guys. For everyone that's in here, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Hold on one second, guys. Sure. All right, make sure I don't mess nothing up. Okay, all right. Okay, if you have not hit a like, make sure you hit a like. If you have not subscribed, subscribe, okay? So now what we're going to do is, remember, we're going to take the rest of this dough. Now that you guys seen me make the biscuits from scratch, we're just going to take our dough, because, you know, we don't have to do much. Just going to take our hands. I already said it. If you got a rolling pin, use one. But your hands is just fine. When I say I'm doing an old-fashioned, I'm doing an old-fashioned like my grandma would do. And she's looking down, and she is proud of me. And I'm proud of me. You know, so am I proud of me? That's the main thing. Are you proud of you? Don't matter what nobody else say. You stay encouraged. You stay positive. You connect yourself with positive people. And if they're negative people, you let them go. Okay? Because you want people that's going to build you up, not tear you down. That's when you know you've grown. Okay. Oopsie. All right. So now, trying to get. Okay, so we got another one. All right. We got another one. All right. And then we got 3, 6. Yeah, like I said, about, this is, you know, a good 8. Yep. All right, that's close. And then one last biscuit, guys. Oh my goodness. I did that. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys. All right, so this is all that's left. I think we did pretty good. One second, I'm gonna show you guys, and then we're gonna pop these babies in the oven for about 15 minutes. All right, so let me show you guys right quick, okay? Show you. All right. So how many biscuits do we have there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So this is the last one. It's a lot smaller, but that's okay, all right? So we got 8 biscuits here. So that 1 3/4 cup makes 8 biscuits, all right? And we're gonna go ahead and drop our biscuits in this oven. All right. And remember, the oven is on 425, okay? You can preheat it on 425 and leave it on 425, or preheat it to 425 and you put them in there and put it on 450. So whatever works for you. Hang tight, guys. Sorry for my hands out on the way. 1 second. All right. That should help. Thank you for all the people that is in here. If you have not hit a like, make sure you hit a like for your girl. She really appreciates it. Y'all, I'm struggling to get this thing back up. Take it off this. Okay, all right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna set our timer. Hey Google, set a timer for 15 minutes. I'm gonna set it for 15.
15 minutes.
Okay.
Starting now.
All right, so I'm gonna set it for 15 and we are going to keep checking it, you know, just to see how they're doing. In the meantime and in between time, we're gonna clean up this mess, okay? Because I usually clean as I go along all the time, but when I'm not on camera. When I'm on camera, I'm more rushy. 1 second, guys. Okay. I'm just putting this stuff up. Hang tight. All right, so we're gonna take the rest of this butter, okay? You can put it in the pot, melt it, you can put it in the microwave. I'm gonna start reading some of y'all's comments in just a minute. Just hang tight, all right? All right, we're gonna do, yesterday I made a pineapple upside down cake. This was yesterday. I made this yesterday about, I had to guess with the glaze and everything, probably about 6 I finished. It's 12 o'clock. This cake is almost gone. So I made 2 of these within the last 48 hours, and they're both gone. If you haven't seen my recipe on live, check it out. I make a wonderful glaze. This was a really good cake. All right, so let's set this over here. I only showed you guys that because I put the butter in there, and I guess somebody put it in there. All right, so let's clean up our mess. And we're going to make us some eggs. And I have some sausage that's already on, some turkey sausage. So we're just gonna make us like a breakfast biscuit sandwich. What's this say? Tell the recipe again. I'm late to the party. Okay, I sure will. Just give me, I'm trying to focus and clean. You're gonna use about 1 3/4 cup of flour. 1 3/4. Hello to everyone that said hi. Hi. And sorry, I'm not engaging much in the comments. Usually I do. Okay, because I really believe in like engaging in the comments. You know, that would, you know, just builds a nice relationship with your followers. But when I'm really getting deep and, you know, I need to really do it, it's kind of hard to engage and make food. Okay, so flour, 1 3/4 cup of flour for your biscuits, okay? Your salt, probably about 1/4 tablespoon, possibly about 1/8. But you know, you want a little bit of salt. Now you can use unsalted butter or you can use salted butter. It's up to you, okay? Your butter, I would say about 7 tablespoons. And when you get your butter stick, you know it tells you on there as far as your tablespoons, okay? The main thing is, 1 second, guys. Sorry, but this mess is running me crazy. So the main thing is, make sure your butter is cold, okay? Frozen, okay? Frozen works best. Don't, you know, it can't be room temp, or you can't just have like took it out, because once it gets to your hands, thank you for the sub. I appreciate you. Is that Lindsay? Thank you. I appreciate you. For everyone that's sub right now, thank each and every one of you, because without you, I couldn't even do this. You know, I would be on here just talking to myself. So I appreciate all you guys. But anyway, so for your butter, what did I say? I said about 7 tablespoons. Okay, a cheese grater is great. This is a smaller one, so it took longer. It doesn't matter if it's big or small. This just takes longer, and you're gonna be sweating. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do a little work. But I couldn't find my other one with the handle, so you can use that one because it's bigger. So either or, okay? So you're going to shred your butter, okay? Like I said, salt about 1/4 of a, well, I said about 1/8 of a tablespoon, maybe 1/4. Don't do too much salt. It's up to you, but I don't use a lot of salt, okay? And then baking powder. Everyone knows what baking powder is. Everybody knows what butter is. Everybody knows what salt is, okay? So your baking powder, about 2 teaspoons should do you right, okay? And then your buttermilk. Now, when you do 1 3/4 cup of flour, your buttermilk, you're gonna pour until you see that Okay, so what you're gonna do when you have your flour, you're gonna, actually it doesn't matter. You got your flour, so once you have all your ingredients in there, you pour your buttermilk. Your buttermilk just pour in there a little bit. I would say pour about a half a cup and see. And so stop at a 1 cup, okay? Once you have your 1 cup, you're gonna see, mix it in with your hands, okay? Because you're looking for a certain consistency. You know, you don't want it to be runny, right? And you also don't want it to be too thick to where you can't work your dough. So you do it just enough to where your flour, your butter and everything has worked in that flour, all right? And if you need to add a little more buttermilk, feel free to do so. And you probably will, because I'm thinking I used about, because I was eyeing it, about 1 cup and 1/4. I would say I did not use over 1.5 cups of buttermilk. I would really say, like, no, or I'm pretty sure that I didn't. Okay, and then that's it. So if anyone else needs the okay, let me see. Hold on, y'all, so I can answer y'all's comments. Why do you butter it? Well, you don't want no butter on your biscuit? Most people want, okay, now, just in case said, can it be done in an air fryer by brushing them with butter? I don't know. I've never made them in an air fryer. I mean, never. So that's a good question. I don't know. I've always made biscuits in the oven. I know, you know, they got all this new stuff now, and it may, you may be able to do that. But anyway, I just want to thank each and every one of you that's in this live. I appreciate all of you. If you have not hit a likey like, go ahead and hit the likey like. Go ahead up in that corner. There's 3 little white buttons. Hit that and hit like. Or either I believe you can double tap, okay? If you have not subscribed when you're on here, make sure you subscribe so you can get more recipes, okay? And then we're going to check our biscuits soon. Just get all this stuff out. And I'm still old school. I wash my dishes. Okay, who said, Lisa, yes, thank you. You're gonna make it. Yeah, you're gonna make them. Yes. And Lisa wants to, I think it says Lisa, right? Yes, I really appreciate you subbing. I appreciate all of you that have subbed. And if I can see the ones that have subbed and you put it in there, you know, I'll say something to you. But yeah, I wash my dishes old school. I have a dishwasher. I've never used a dishwasher, and I've always had a dishwasher. So my name is Opal. It's old. Your name is what you are. So I guess I'm old-fashioned. I'm true to my name. All right, so let's put some water in here. Put this over here. All right. Ooh, y'all. Ooh, these biscuits is rising. Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Let me show y'all now. These biscuits is rising. Let me show y'all. Now, if I don't hang up this phone, I don't know what it is about these live. You could hit one wrong little thing and your whole live will go just completely, nobody can hear you. And then you got to log out, log back on. So if that happens, just do this. Tawana said, hold on, let me see it. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Tawana, off topic. Where did you get the back brace from? I had a spine surgery, if you don't know, for people that don't know. So my doctor gave it to me. Let me see. So, but I could tell you the brand. It's called Aspen Horizon. They gave me a different one. It was horrible. Like horrible. This one is so great because it doesn't come apart at all. It's a good one. I'm team this one for sure. And then not only that, and then it has like 1, 2, and 3, depending on your size. Sometimes if you're too big, you may not be able to get in it. Only because my waist is small. That's how I'm able to fit this one. But anyway, and then it has these, so you can pull it tight. Great. When I say it's great. So anyway, Aspen, it is a good one. I'm telling you, that other one I had is horrible. I was banging going to the bathroom trying to get up out my bed because I couldn't get it on fast enough. This one has done me right. But anyway, okay. So any other questions, you guys let me know. But let's go ahead and look at these biscuits, y'all. Let's see. I don't know if y'all can really see. Y'all probably can't see that. Oh, yeah, they look good. They're not ready yet. but they are rising. And I can't hold that thing too long because I'm not trying to burn my hand, all right? Okay, so I got my sausage. We're going to make us an egg. 1 second, y'all. All right. So our biscuits are almost done. So we are going to go ahead and make us an egg so we can have a biscuit and we're going to make us a good old breakfast sandwich. And then we're going to melt the butter so when it gets finished, we're going to put some butter on top, right? Because who don't like a little butter? Now remember, I said a little. I didn't say a lot. A little bit is all right. Don't do too much, okay? It blocks arteries and things. Okay, so let me get an egg. 1 second. You always let it go. You always stay around. You stay around. We're just gonna melt this butter just a little bit. I love your love. I love, baby, we gon' stay together. So we gon' stay together. All right, let's turn our turkey sausage up just a little bit. Our butter should dang near be melted. Yep, and our butter is melted. So we're gonna put that on our biscuits. All right, I'm gonna wait till our pot gets hot so we can put our, cook our egg. And while our pot's getting hot, all right, while our pot's getting hot and our biscuits are almost done, it says our biscuits have 2 minutes and 45 seconds, guys. And why is this falling? Sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on. It's like this thing wanna fall. 1 second. Just don't want to hit nothing. Okay, that's better. Any questions? Any questions, you all? Any questions about these biscuits? Shoot them at me and I can answer the best way I know how. Okay, once again, I thank each and every one of you. Hopefully everyone's day is going good. And remember to spread love. Spread positivity. We are living in some times where everyone is negative. People are mean. You know, you literally have, this is a different topic, but you got people on here that are taking themselves out because of cyberbullying. You know what I mean? Or just people bullying, you know, and it all comes from within and how you feel about yourself. Don't let someone knock you off your throne. And once again, just remember to be positive, you know, just try to be not try. Well, depends on you. It's very important to be a light in someone else's darkness. And we don't know what people are going through. We don't know their backgrounds. We don't know anything. So spread love. Be as kind as you possibly can. Now, I'm not saying let anyone push over you or anything like that, but spread love, spread positivity is so important. It's very important. Okay, so if you have not hit a likey like, make sure you hit a likey like. It's hello, sis, praise God for this Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. God is love. Yes, he is, honey. He is love, honey. I mean, he is love. And we're going to spread this love. Happy MLK holiday to you as well. Poor Martin Luther King, that man sure had to go through a lot. I'll tell you that. Ooh, it couldn't have been me because I couldn't have did it because I would have got lynched. Something would have happened because I don't know how to shut my mouth sometime, honey. I ain't gonna let nobody just push over me. But you know, he had a strategy. He methodically thought things out and he was called to do it. You know, everybody ain't called to do it and I'm one of them people. I'm not called to do it, but I am called to me, you know, to spread love, positivity, and, you know, run away from negativity, okay? All right, so our biscuits are almost done, guys. All right, we got our iron for our egg. So we're cooking our egg. And where is my complete? My daughter cooks in here too, so I don't see my complete. Well, we'll just put a little bit of salt. Okay, Google, stop. All right, so we just did a pinch of salt on our egg. All right, let me get our rack. 1 second, guys. All right, so we have our cooling rack. Let's see what these biscuits is looking like. Woo, let's leave them in there just a little long because I want them, you know, just like a little more brown on them. They kind of like a light brown. I want them just a little bit more brown. All right, let's turn this egg over. How do you like your eggs? I like my eggs over easy. I know, gross, right? I like, well, not gross, because some people may like it. I like it with like the yolk in the middle. It's just me, all right? So praise God, yes, he did a servant of the Lord. He sure showed love for God and his bros and sis. Yes, he did. That was a hot torch to carry, honey. And I would have been ready to pass it off. I'm going to keep it real. But he held it in his hand, honey, and let them flames just, whew, go. Y'all, how old was MLK when he passed away? Does anybody know? I know. I don't want nobody like Google it or anything like that. I want you to just boom. Just put it out there. Boom. Real quick. Real quick. How old was MLK when he died? Boom, boom, boom. I need it real quick because I don't want to give y'all time to like look it up. Keisha, that's a good guess. He was 34. 34. Yeah, Monica over easy. Yes. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was 34. But that's a now we got to look it up, huh? But I think he was 34. I'm over, yeah, with the over easy. Okay. So let's put this here. All right. So now we got our egg. Let's turn this off. All right. And then we got 2 pieces of turkey sausage. We just got 2. That's enough because these are hot. Then, well, sodium, so I'm careful with that. Okay. So we got our. Now let's see what our biscuits. Y'all, these biscuits is. Y'all. The biscuits are done. They are done. So let's go ahead and put them on here. They done. Let's take them out. Let me so y'all can see. Take them out. Ooh, hot. That's the thing about it. Turn this off. Remember, and our oven was on 425. Okay? 425, guys. So let's put this over it because this pot is hot and I do not want to burn my hand, all right? Now, I don't have a brush to brush the butter over the top. And that's okay, because remember I said I'm going, you know, old school, all right? So I do have a toothpick, okay? Or you can use a fork. So we just gonna, ooh. Oh, we need the sharp part, okay? We just gonna poke some little holes in the top, y'all. That's all. We're gonna poke, and we're gonna poke, and we're gonna poke each one. Let's see, good 10 to 15 holes in each one. Go all the way through with it, because you want your butter to fall down in there, you know? It's a good Monday. Positive vibes are here. Negative vibes, I return you to the sender. Go back where you came from. Okay, so now we got poked holes in each biscuit, all right? And each one. Turn off these eyes so we don't burn up nothing. All right, and then we have our butter, all right? And let me show y'all, because I really like to show, and it's hard to show when, hold on one second. 1 second. All right, so you all see how I poked holes? See that? I poked holes in each biscuit on top. Now you can brush it over it if you have a brush, but remember I'm old-fashioned. I don't have all that because I just keep it simple. All right. All right, and then we have our butter. And we're just gonna take our butter and just pour it over it. That's it. I mean, just simple. You know what I mean? It don't take all that. I'm gonna pour it on there. Baby, when I say these biscuits look good, well, butter my biscuit, honey. Okay, we got some butter on that one. We're going to put butter on each one. Okay, if we had a brush, yeah, it would be nice because we can evenly put it on there, but we don't. So work with what you have, okay? Just work with what you have. Put a little more on that one. Put a little more on that little corner. A little more on that one. A little more on that little corner. And let's put a little more on this one because this one's bigger. So remember earlier how I was saying depends on how thick. So you see how some of my batter, when I did my dough, I pressed it down a little more. Some I didn't. Look at this one. That's a fat one, right? But it looks like a perfect biscuit, right? Fluffy, right? Fluff. Look at that. And it's that butter. And it's that buttermilk as well that's going to get them to fluff up. Okay? So now we're going to have one on camera. Let's see. Y'all, look at that. Whoo. That's a hot biscuit, but it looks great. Look at the bottom. Tell me this don't look like, these store-bought biscuits they be having. Those grands. It kind of look like it, don't it? But it's homemade. Look at that. This biscuit looks beautiful. My goodness. Yes, Tawana, I love you being old school. That's how I was taught. Use what you have. That's right. That's right. Okay, so I'm going to turn y'all around. Yes, use what you have. I'm a clearance shopper. I'm a bargain shopper. Few far. Now I got to make sure this is up here right. What was I going to say? Yeah, few far and in between do I buy anything that's not on sale. Because it's more money you can save and it's also more money you can travel with because I love to travel. So I'll be trying to save, for that too. But okay, so let me open up another one. Let me just show you guys. Baby, we're gonna put this biscuit. We're gonna show y'all now. Let's move this camera back so y'all can see. I'm just so thankful for everyone that stayed here and watched it. And some jerk gravy. Some jerk gravy. Usually I would flour, salt. Would you say, Dina said flour, butter, salt, and buttermilk. Yes. And butter. Did you say butter? Yeah. Flour. Yep. Flour, butter, salt, buttermilk, and also baking powder. Don't forget your baking powder, because if you don't use your baking powder, your biscuits won't rise, baby. They will not rise, okay? Don't put too much salt, because you don't really want them salty unless you want a salty biscuit, okay? All right? But don't be Morton and be salty, okay? Now, look at this biscuit. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take this biscuit right here. Look at here, right here. And we're going to open that baby up. Look at that. Y'all see that steam? Look at that steam. You're welcome. Look at that steam. Look at that biscuit. Baby, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't tell me I can't cook. Look at that from the side. Oh, my goodness. Look at this biscuit. And we just going to open her up. And she looking good. She looking real good. And she's smelling good. Y'all, it smell like your grandma's house. Ooh, okay. Now, and then this is just for camera because I already put some on top. Of course, you do what you want, okay? And then you could put you a little bit of butter on top. And we gonna try it, baby. We just gonna try it by itself. And then we gonna get us some jelly. Oh, man. Okay, so we gonna bite it. All right, we're gonna see. Oh my God. Did y'all hear that crunch on the bottom? It's soft on the top. Look at that. Soft on the top and crunchy on the bottom. I'm on to something. I can sell these biscuits and make some money. Y'all know that, right? It's good. It's so good. Y'all hear that crunch? Look at that. Crunch. That's what you want. You want it fluffy on the inside. And you want it crunchy on the bottom. Now, you don't want to burn on the bottom. You want it crunchy. Perfect biscuit recipe. Now, if you make it, you let me know. Now, don't come in these comments telling me, oh, it tastes like flour. That's because you didn't follow exactly what I told you to do. Don't use all that flour because you will get a flour taste biscuit. because people use too much flour. People, oh, I'm gonna use 2 cups, or I'm gonna use 2.5 cups. Depends on your ingredient. But if you follow exactly mine, you will get these same biscuits. There's no reason why you shouldn't, because I don't over flour. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Let's go ahead and pop another one open, baby. Look at that. I'm showing out now. If you have not hit a likey like, hit a likey like, okay? If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Now we're gonna take this one, okay? And we're gonna go real old school. Okay. Hello, is that Sandy or something like that? Maybe Sandy G. Hello. We're gonna go real old school. We're gonna go get us some jelly. And then we're gonna take our egg and our meat and we're gonna put it on top. Okay. I'm just cutting my meat, guys. That's it. Cutting the meat. All right. Let me get the jelly. 1 second. Baby, we gon' stay together. Your love, our love. Baby, we gon' stay together. Okay, now let me find this. Oh, here's some right here. Okay, we got some rhubarb conserve. Oh, strawberry jam. Okay. Dina said I was there right there eating the biscuit. Girl, it was so good. Strawberry jam. Strawberry jam is cool. I think I would pick more of, okay, old school, I would do great. Now, I like mixtures of jellies. Like, you know, them like good old jellies that your grandma would make. It'd be like having fig in it, and then it may have like a little date in it or something, be mixed. It's nice. But anyway, I got this from Casa de Fruta, which is a big place that we drive up to get cherries. But anyway, so this is rhubarb, okay? All right, so. All right, y'all, we're gonna take our rhubarb jelly because I'm going real old school on y'all. All right, and that's enough because we got 2 of these. All right, so we got our rhubarb. All right, and we're gonna put our egg on there. All right. Matter of fact, let's not put the egg first. Let's put our turkey sausage first. First. And then we got our egg, all right, that has our, let's take that off, this piece off. We're just gonna eat it. Okay. Take some of that off. Oh. Okay. All right, so we got our egg, over easy, all right? And when we just put, ooh, grape and peach. That's a nice mix. Peach, you got me right there. That's a nice mix, okay? So, only put jelly on one side. You can put jelly on both sides if you want to, okay? You can put butter on it. This one I did not put butter, okay? But look at our homemade breakfast sandwich. Now, who got to go to McDonald's for what when you can make this at home? And it don't even taste right at McDonald's. The egg don't taste right. The biscuit don't taste right. It's more floury, it's more thicker, you know, but this is fluffy, it's buttery, and it's real ingredients, okay? We got a real egg and we got real turkey sausage. Go to McDonald's for what? For what? To get a sausage egg McMuffin. Baby, I got one right here, okay? And we about to bite it. Oh my goodness. You guys remember I told you guys about the holes in the biscuit? You see those holes? So what do we do with the holes? How do we get the holes in there? If anyone wasn't watching, we got the holes in there because we use a toothpick. Now, like I said, if you have a brush, you can brush it over there, but it's okay doing it like this because the butter's gonna fall in there, all right? So let's go ahead and bite our biscuit because we already buttered our biscuit. Now we're gonna bite our biscuit, okay? I like it over easy. I don't like a dry egg. My daughter's gonna like this. She won't eat the meat, but she'll eat the egg. So good. Y'all, you gotta make these. They're good. Give me a thumbs up in the chat. Give me a thumbs up in the chat. I did this. I did this. When Julia said, I love grape jelly. The biscuits look delicious. They are. Dina said, so beautiful. The food, oh, I love the eggs. Yes. Yes, Eloise, I love your name. Said, oh, Lord, please help us all right now. Please, Heavenly Father. Yeah. Dina said, I'm hungry right now. That's how much. You hungry now, huh? I was hungry. I said, I need to make me something to eat. Thank you all for the thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're going to finish this, and I'm going to get my tail off this camera. And it's not heavy with salt at all. I put salt on my egg, but other than that, I didn't add, like, you know, a bunch of extra salt. I just don't. Y'all, this is so good. I am so serious. I am not exaggerating. I'm not. It's so good. Justice said, I love fluffy biscuits. Right. Yep, took a DNAS and God is the Father. I heard that. How much baking powder? Sherry asked. Hold on, y'all. Miss Sherry, hold on, honey. I'm going to answer all questions. Y'all, I can't stop eating it. I just can't. And I need to get all my yolk. I got all my yolk. All of it. Okay. I'll answer questions in a minute. One second. One second. Let's drink some water. One second. All right. Okay. All right. Now that the biscuits are done, you all have seen me have a wonderful Opal May, not your McDonald's breakfast, but homemade breakfast at home. And biscuits only, without being on camera, the biscuits to mix them up probably 5 to 7 minutes. Throw them in the oven, 15, maybe about 17 to 18 if you want, you know, a little more golden brown, you know, or, you know, to get that little crunch on the bottom. Other than that, it shouldn't take long. It's easy. Simple ingredients. Better than buying bread from the store, right? Because you know your ingredients, right? Okay, so I'm going to answer all questions before we get off. Anybody have any questions? Now, Viva's Fluffy Biscuits. I don't know what Viva is. Somebody asked me, oh, how much baking powder? Miss Sherry Brown. About 2 tablespoons full. Excuse me. 2 teaspoons full. Tablespoons give you too much. About 2 teaspoons full, so you can get a good rise. If you go over just a little bit, that's okay. It's not going to hurt anything, okay? But thank you for the flour, Miss Tawana. I appreciate you. Okay, so we're going to go over the ingredients one more time before we get off, okay? So if you just joined and you haven't joined, first off, I want to say, if you just joined and you have not hit a likey like, hit a likey like, okay? If you have not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. What you waiting on, huh? What you waiting on? It's free. It's free 99. It's free to subscribe, okay? Then if you're into homemade old school recipes or just food, period, if you're not interested in it, don't subscribe. You know what I mean? You do what works for you, but I would love for you to, okay? So, long live fluffy biscuits. How much flour do you use? Okay, so there you go. Okay, so now we are going in any more questions, y'all, because we're going to be getting off soon. Okay, so flour, 1 3/4 cup. That's it. I encourage, when you're doing your flour, don't take it and dip it in your bag and then scoop it out, because then you tend to me to get too much. So really just take you a spoon, and when you get to your cup, thank you for the subscription, Justice. I appreciate you. So, and just spoon it in there, or just get you a little, something else to get it out. Because I find out, to me, when you dip it in there and it's too much flour, and then, it's just too much, it becomes packed. You get what I'm saying? And that's too much flour. So just do it in there with a spoon or something else. So 1 3/4, okay? So once again, 1 3/4 of your flour, okay? Your salt, about 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon. That's all you need. Your baking powder, about 2 teaspoons, okay? Your butter, about 7 tablespoons, okay? Make sure your butter is frozen. If you just made it in the slide, make sure your butter is frozen, okay? Because that's how you're gonna get a good flaky, good southern down home fluffy biscuit, okay? Your butter, and then buttermilk, okay? So your buttermilk is about no more than 1.5 cups. Pour about 1 cup first, and then see your consistency, how you're able to mix it. If it's still too dry, then that means you need to add a little more, okay? If it's still too sticky, if it's too sticky, then you may need to add a little more flour, okay? But other than that, that's it. That's all you need to do. Fluff your holes in the top. Like I said, put your oven on 425. That's it. Wait your 15 minutes, 17 to 18 to get your crunch on the bottom, all right? Hopefully I've answered all questions. Any more questions before we end this live? Because we've been on this live over an hour. And I'm full, and I need to be off to the next thing. No more questions? All right. Well, remember to have a good rest of the day. Enjoy your day off for the ones that are off. Some people are still working. And just remember, once again, to be positive. Say positive and loving things, okay? Noted. I had written down, thank you so much, ma'am. May God bless you and your family. Thank you. And the same to you, Miss Dina. Good luck, and I'm sure you can do it. And like I said, if they taste floury, because you use too much flour. And just remember on your, your counter surface, take your flour, set some to the side. Don't just put it in a pile and put the dough on there. Put a little bit to the side and just a little bit for your dough to go on, okay? And just add accordingly, okay? All right, so other than that, is that Amali? It's maybe Amali? Yes, you have to make it, okay? All right, you guys. Other than that, I just want to say bye and thank each and every one of you for coming on. Bye, guys. Sending love, light, positive vibes, the highest of highest vibes your way, okay? Thanks again. Bye, guys.